Today we will learn the horizontal figure 8. Let's stand in our basic posture, 2 feet parallel on the ground, legs slightly apart, knees softened, bottom tucked, shoulders down, arms to our sides, body relaxed. We start with the twist movement that we learned in the first lesson. The horizontal figure 8 is actually based on the twist combined with shifting the hips from side to side. So let's shift our hip to the right and to the left. To do the figure 8, I start in the center with the twist, my right hip goes forward, and then I take the hips to the right. And again, I do the twist and take my hips to the left. Twist and right. Twist and left. It's important to understand that the movement shouldn't necessarily be big. It's more important to keep it small and correct. Stay a while with the movement which you feel comfortable with. The figure 8 move takes place in the hip area. The upper body remains relatively still, in place, but it should be soft and not frozen. Another way to think about this movement is to think of what I do as drawing loops. I take my right hip, again I start with the twist, and draw a loop to the right. Take the right hip forward, to the side and to the back, and return to the center with the twist. And the left side, I draw one loop to the right and one to the left. Always start with the twist when in the center. In the horizontal figure 8 we just did, we took the hip forward and then to the side and back. Let's try to do it the other way around. So if I use the first method we learned, I start with the twist. Previously, when my right hip was forward, I shifted my hips to the right. Now I want to shift them to the left. So my left hip is in the back and I shift my hips to the left. And then do the twist. Right, twist. Again, when my left hip is in the back, I shift my hips to the left and then twist. When my right hip is in the back, I shift my hips to the right and then twist. If I think about drawing the loops, I actually draw each loop from the back forward. From the back forward. Let's see the difference again. This is the first direction, moving the hips from the front to the back. And that's the other one, from the back forward. We will now do another movement and then see how we can combine it with the figure 8. I want to move my hips in a big circle, so try to do it freely. I take the hips from the side a little forward, but without arching my lower back, to the other side and to the back. And let's do the other direction. How do I combine it with the figure 8? What I want to do is switch from the figure 8 to the circle when my hips are on the side. So if I start with the figure 8, when my hips are on the side, I can switch to the big circle. And back to the figure 8. And now I want to switch to the circle when on the left side. I can play with switching between the moves in both directions of each. Try to play with it for a minute. To what we just did, let's add another thing. This is much more advanced. We will add some moves that we learned in previous lessons. First, the twist. It is very difficult for beginners, but try doing the twist while you do the big circle. When we learned the twist, we also took it to the sides, so we can add it also to the big circle and to the figure 8. Another combination I want you to practice on is also for intermediate and advanced students, and is combining the shimmy that we learned in the third lesson with the twist and with the figure 8.